What is up, everybody? Killsbury here, and I'm back with another Destiny video and another solo challenge of elders. This one's a little bit tough. This one is it's a bit of a challenge compared to last week's precision, and yeah, this one was kind of a bitch. I actually did this on two characters. I actually did this on my Titan, which I have the footages right here, and then I did one on my Warlock. I did the Warlock first, and it was a bitch. And now I'm going to be running on my Titan, which, you know, you could do it on any character, really. I'm doing it on my Striker because I love my lightning grenades. I'm going to show you why. As long as you have Armatarium on, you could do some serious dirt. And, yeah, so this was going to be my second run. My first run was with my Warlock, with my Voidwalker, Nothing Manacles, Blink, you know. Because they also have Airborne on, which you take more damage while airborne. I think that's the one that says. I didn't pay attention too much, so don't stay too long in the air. But, you know, I'm thinking Nothing Manacles, this is going to be fine, but it actually turned out to be a bigger bitch than I thought. It took me forever just to beat the first round. Then again, the first round is a bitch regardless. You're going to see it here coming up, but this time I'm going to be doing it on my Titan run because I was curious to see how well I would do with my lightning grenades. Because normally when this is it, I know exactly where to put my lightning grenades. Because there's a lot of walls you could stick things to. So we're going to get this bad boy started with the lovely Caxes. My favorites are spam a lot. So yeah, as the Warlock I was kind of just playing. I was playing cautious because I had never, and I still have never, you know, soloed this one before and got my 30,000 points. And in this one, I'm not going to be going for the jugular like I did in the precision kills because that was a little bit easier. But in this one, my goal is to get 30,000. So I'm going to pop a 3 coin and see if I get anything. And as you can see, I'm rocking my new auto rifle that I got from Arms Day. Today is Wednesday on Arms Day, probably the best day of the week in my opinion because I get some good shit. And here's this dick lick. Ugh, I hate him. One of the things I got was I was playing really cautious on my Warlock in this first round, so, and I actually ended up getting deduct a fuck ton of points. See, I never knew because I'd never taken so long before. I never really knew how much he deduct. And then there's that one failed grenade because I'm in a like kind of like hoo ha because I'm trying to be a little more aggressive in this, especially compared to what happened with my Warlock. It was a little bit ugly. And see, and these guys are just tough regardless because he's planting his little bombs. These guys are popping their bubbles. They're twitching all over the fucking place. You know, it's pretty difficult to hit them with grenades, and it was difficult to hit them with Nothing Manacles. You wouldn't think so, but not all of those scatter grenades actually, you know, like follow them, and it's kind of fucking annoying. And here's me failing again, and you know, I got a lot of miscues in this particular one, but in this, see, I'm just going for melees and kills like that. I'm going for precision, and the good thing about lightning grenades, as you see, I get 2 lightning grenades kills there is because if they're all bunched up, these guys love to be bunched up in a group. And when they're bunched up in a group, if you kind of just throw it at them, they'll bounce off one of them and just kind of land. Depending on your land, you can get really lucky and get them all, or, you know, that first initial lightning shock that they do does the most damage, I think. And I think it has a big, what am I, like, perimeter? I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of. But, you know, it's a good grenade, and I like sticking it on walls, but you almost have to, I mean, I'm really cautious with my grenades in this one. Normally, I would just kind of throw it. Normally, I'd probably just go with either my Bubble Titan, because, you know, you get 2 grenades there, you get the bubble for extra protection, and you got attachable grenades. The same thing with your, the Hammer Titan. You get attachable grenades. Those are like, you know, almost instant kills, but it's not guaranteed you'll get more than 1 kill. Here, my lightning grenade, as you can see, I got 2 there, and, you know, and it stays around, and there's my 3rd one. you know, it stays around for like 4 seconds or so, but you have to be pretty timely with it, you know. See here, I'm just going for headshots, and in the back of my mind, I'm just kind of like, I gotta get this done, because I can't remember exactly, but I think I lost like 3,000 points or some shit like that. And I just can't help but, when there's a group of them, I'm gonna use my striker. It is so satisfying strikering a whole group of fucking enemies. Especially these fuckers. See? Bubble popping little bastards. Get away from me. Get away from me. So I'm just kind of, as you can see, I'm kind of staying in the area. I'm letting them group up a little bit. I'm just throwing my shit against any wall I can. And really in this one is, I still think this is probably the more difficult one. This is probably the most difficult one of the 3 missions, which thankfully enough is a good thing. Even though it might be tough, you could definitely make up the points in the next 2 rounds, because they are pretty easy. And I mean, they're not as easy as last time, but they're pretty easy to me. So as you can see, I'm using my beautiful sleeper simulant. This thing is a boss killer. You know, I never gave, like, I was always a Gallahorn guy, you know. I got my Gallahorn really, really late. Like, what was it, 2 months? Maybe a month and a half or so before the Taken King came out. And honestly, I didn't get really a chance to get a feel for it. Yeah, I went into bosses. I killed a lot of things with it, but, you know, I just feel like I never got to my real use out of it. I feel like, but they're bringing it back, and I'm very happy about that, even though they're nerfing it. This twitchy fucker. God, they just bounce all over the place. Ah, I hate the Taken Fallen. They're the most annoying ones. My favorite of the fucking, Vex ones, because they just kind of just stand still. They just take it. They're like tanks. These guys are like, yeah, I'm gonna put my bubble. But anyway, back to my sleeper simulant. Sorry, ADD kicked in a little bit, and well, you know, I've come to really appreciate this gun. It's look at this. See, this is what I mean by twitchy. Yeah, I get one, and then twitch misses it. You know, shit. And, you know, I've grown a real appreciation for it, especially in something like this, because, you know, at a high level, this is a boss killer. If you put like a 3-round clip into something, you do some serious damage. And it's nice. I mean, because it actually has a lot of these bosses now have, well, actually, no, I take that back. Like, most bosses, even older bosses, have crit hits. I mean, and, you know, the Gallahorn can't hit crit. They just explode. And Wolfpack rounds. This, you could actually hit their crit mark. And, you know, it's pretty good, especially if you tag them with, like, a tether or something like that. That thing, it packs a serious punch. So I've really grown an appreciation for this gun. I mean, am I going to use it when the Gallahorn comes up? Probably. There's going to be situations that it calls for, and there's going to be situations where, especially in the Rise of Iron, I have a feeling Gallahorn's coming back, and Bungie is taking every precaution necessary to make sure it is not the overpowered mammoth that it was in Year 1. But you never know. We'll see. They already, if you don't know what the nerf I was talking about, if you look at the poster, the Iron Gallahorn poster, you know, when it shows like the insides of how it kind of works, you know, that one pretty nifty looking poster. Well, if you look at the stats at the bottom and compare it to the old Year 1 Gallahorn, the velocity is way down. Like, way down. Like, the Gallahorn was like the overall weapon. Like, you could clear out a room, you could take out a boss, you could do anything. You could kill other guardians and stuff. It was literally the perfect rocket launcher. I mean, Year 1, I mean, take it if you didn't, like, I did feel bad for other players, because if you didn't have a Galahorn, you weren't getting into any kind of Crota raid. And it's unfair to some players who didn't have it. It took a long time for me. My clan just kind of had to deal with me not having it. I did have the Hunger of Crota, which is, you know, the baby Galahorn. It did its job, but it wasn't the Galahorn. But it did its job. But as you can see now, here I am just kind of killing away. I'm getting any points I can. I got about 3,000 points right now. I'm already starting to get deduction of points, and I am not going to allow myself to get 3,000 points deducted. And so I'm definitely going to be hunting down this guy. I don't care what's around me, but I'm going to be taking him out, and I'm going to take him out with a grenade, whether he likes it or not. I just want him done and over with. And there I go. I got it. It's over. It's done with. I'm going to make... It's only 4,000 points, but I'm going to make those points up. Hey, I got an exotic. And their boots. It's going into the vault. Maybe I'll get something good. I doubt they're going to allow me to use it when Rise of Iron comes out. But you never know. You never know. Wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. So the first round's done. It's a little bit of a bitch, but you could get through it. It's not horrible. And I really do like this auto rifle. I'm kind of playing with it. I couldn't remember which one because he was selling 2 of them last week. It was an AR-41, AR-45. I'm still looking for a good auto rifle. I'm going to be doing a video against the meta on auto rifles, and yeah, I'm not going to talk too much about it because I don't want to give it all away, but still hunting some other auto rifles that will fit my need, because I'm not a huge auto rifle person. I mean, I like them, get me wrong, I like them a lot. I like to use them, but they're not super great these days. And I really want to find something other than the Doctrine of Passing, but we'll see. As you can see, we're going to be dealing with Taken, and they are just going to spawn. They're not going to come out of the doors. It was just funny. It's basically just like the other one. You're going to deal with a bunch of acolytes and 2 wizards. It's funny how 2 more fucking wizards come out. And they're a little bit more of a bitch to deal with. I mean, these guys, these ones seem to be more aggressive, and they seem to hurt a lot more. And I'm just trying to get this bitch out of the way because, you know, these wizards are your biggest threat. And so now I'm just going to try to make up points by throwing grenades at everything. Still get my precision shots, you know, the whole shindig. And wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Stick the wall. Kind of waited a little too long, and then I get stuck. And I have a little panic moment. I did, because that wizard was about to... And then there's one bullet that kind of just, I don't know, comes out of left field. And you already know what's going to happen to her. Shabushki. Man, the Striker is so powerful because I don't get it. I don't get it when I'm at, like, okay, this happened when I was on my Hunter doing my normal Crucible bounties. This guy was coming in for Striker. It's obvious you knew he was going for a Striker. You could just see it in the Titan's eye when he wants to do it, because he's ready to barrel over everybody just to get to you. I had Bones of AO on. I jumped to the very peak of my jump, and I was still struck down. Like, it's kind of annoying, to be honest with you. It's like, but yet, this is what happened to me. So, I was on Shores of Time. There was about 2 guys around me, and you know where the heavy that spawns by B, the closest one on Seaside, a guy fell down those little flights of stairs. This is right by where the heavy spawns. He fell down those little flights of stairs, so he's kind of on the side of me. I Striker, and he lives because he was not on the same level as me, but yet I could die from a Striker when I'm 20 feet in the air. It's a little ridiculous, but, you know, they buffed him, and they definitely show. And there's just an unlucky grenade right there. Even though I did get a grenade kill, here I'm just mowing them down, getting the precision kills, just getting the points, because it's about time. You got to be wary of the time, because now that I know, yeah, he only deducts 100 points too, but the longer you take, the more he does deduct, and it gets painfully brutal how much he takes away. And yeah, see, the spot where I was sitting right there, because this guy's annoying just because he spits the fire. It's good because it hurts like a son of a bitch, but it takes forever to go away. It just lingers and lingers and lingers. But it's a good battle. I mean, you really don't have to worry about him too much. Sometimes he'll spit fire over the edge where you think you're safe, and so now I'm just going around getting his aggro so I could go back to my normal spot, get damage, but be prepared. And I'll show you right when I get his... Here comes a reinforcement. These guys right here. Just be careful not to grenade yourself. I got lucky there. Normally, see, compared to year one, well, look, you already know what's happening here. That is so satisfying. Compared to year one, when you threw a lightning grenade, your own lightning grenade could kill you. But then they changed that to where, only the first initial lightning, like right when you throw it, like that one right there. If I was standing on that, that would hurt me, probably kill me. But you could walk through it as many times as you want right after that first one, because it's not going to hurt you. And see, this is just so much easier. Especially when you take out the wizards. But it can get a little hectic. It will, especially if you're trying to get grenade kills. Things could get really hectic, you know. You can have a miscue, a misgrenade, or something like that. But you just gotta remember not to grenade yourself, because I have done it before. I almost killed myself with my nothing manacles, and that would have pissed me off too, because I can't remember. I was fighting the fallen dude, and he was just a dickhead, and just not making things easy. See, here's me just throwing into a group of people, and it lands perfectly, takes out 2 of them, and I'm just trying to kill this wizard, but realizing I'm getting pinched, realizing I'm getting shot from a few different directions. So you just retreat to a farther position, recoup, use your cover, and there. See how these guys group up? They love grouping up in there. I just took out 4 of them. These guys don't evade grenades very much. They kind of just mumble around, or don't really care that you're throwing a grenade at them, and a very painful lightning grenade that's going to rip them apart. And they're just going to sit on it, which is okay by me. Should be okay by you guys too. I'm pretty sure you would agree. Here I'm jumping up to my normal spot. And let's zap this fucker. This guy likes to wander. I think both of them really like to wander. But he seems to wander a lot for me. I've been using a lot of this. This is her Fierce sniper rifle. I got this last week, and I really like it. I like it in PvP and PvE. Because I was looking for a solar sniper rifle. I was looking for the LDR because I wanted the trifecta. I wanted the 1,000-yard stare and void, the longbow synth and arc, and then I could get the LDR and solar. It'd be kind of perfect. But I actually did end up getting a LDR solar last week from a Vanguard package, but it has absolutely shit perks. But I mean, this one has pretty shit perks. I mean, it's got full stability, it's got short gaze, and that's really all I kind of look for. I mean, other ones are pretty nice when it comes to bonuses on sniper rifles, and there's my beautiful panic one right there. But I mean, as long as it hits in the head, Firefly is nice just because Firefly is so satisfying. I mean, Firefly of old, that's dead and gone. It's disappointing. Back when you had your Icebreaker or your Fatebringer doing Crota, and all you had to do was just shoot one of them in the head, and you could clear out a fucking mob of them. Not anymore. Firefly is just kind of there for show nowadays. It's kind of disappointing. I wish they would bring it back and make it a little more relevant, because the only way Firefly is actually any good is whether it's the Guardians in the Crucible or these guys, their health they have to be absolute. for Firefly to actually be effective. That's it's just, God, just the days of Fatebringer just blowing people away. It's really nice. I miss it. I miss it. And I did end up getting 2 Imago loops last week too. I still want to give those a try too. So now this guy's dead, and like tradition, I'm going to kill him with a grenade or whatever the modifier may be. Except these guys are a little tough because these guys like to fucking walk around. And I don't think he walks around on this one. Yeah, he just Mongo, just throw another one, and whatcha? He's dead. I didn't pop a 3 coin this time. I wasn't gonna press my luck. I already got one already. So, as you can see, we got a good about 15,000 points. It's not too bad. I mean, in this one, you want to range between, you know, I think the lowest you probably get is 12,000 points before you start to panic. You can still get 30,000 on the last one, but you'd have to do some serious work. And honestly, I had to do some serious work on my Warlock. By the end of round 1, I had 1,000 points. I finally beat the Taken guy, and I only had 1,000 points. Let's say that. I had 1,000 points. They deducted 3,000 points from me, which is a huge pain in the ass. So, needless to say, I had to do some serious fucking work. I mean, serious work. With my Titan, or with my Warlock and my Nothing Manacles, and I had to get aggressive, in which I did, and I ended up getting, I think, 31 or 32,000 points at the very end, thanks to this particular one, because I did a happy dance when this showed up, because, like I said, I love this map. I love the Vex, because they're just kind of like, they're like little dits. And this guy's not very hard, and I'm going to go back to my normal spot, but instead of, you know, enemies just teleporting, these guys come out of the door because they're just the normal enemies, even though these guys teleport more. And as you can see right there, there's 6 kills right off the bat just by killing these 2. And see, they're all going to bunch up here, and there's a lot of things. That one was not a great one, so what do I do to make up for it? Shabushki. Get orbs for that. And see, these guys right here, the normal little ones, the goblins, they don't give you very many orbs, but the hobgoblins, they give you a lot of orbs. So I always seem to charge them, and they're the ones that could really fuck me up. So if I could get insta kill with them, that's fine. There's another failed grenade. See, that's the thing about the lightning grenades. They could be really, really tedious sometimes. And sticking them on the wall, I think, is the best bet instead of just trying to go at one at a time. But here I am, just kind of sitting and waiting. Throw a grenade at him. Get all the grenades I can, and look. See, this guy, unlike the little Nexus dude, Taken Nexus dude, this guy moves around a lot. But he only moves around a little bit. I just said a lot and then a little bit. Make up your mind. Duh. He moves around a little bit, but then he'll go stationary just like that and start shooting you. You just gotta wait till he sits down. And here I'm sitting, waiting, and as you can see, and I hate this guy because what I think he's annoying about is because his little special maneuver thing is he traps you in a bubble that takes forever to take down. But, I think the most annoying thing is because I think it's a little broken, because you could be seen, like, sometimes you're just like, I'm captured, but I'm behind a wall, you know. But it's not a huge deal. You just got to make sure you're super behind cover, but just don't have your big toe sticking out. If you have your big toe sticking out, you're fucked. You're stuck in that bubble, and that bubble is annoying. As you can see, some of them get behind you, but you just got to be wary, get those precision kills. At least try to, or melees, you know, they're all points. And see here, I'm trying to figure out how to get something going. As you can see, they wander away, and it could be a real pain in the ass. And here I'm just sticking that one pillar. They're kind of just like, we're not hurting, we're gonna come towards you, and I'm just kind of like, I'm trying to get as many grenade kills as possible right now because I want to make sure I get to my 30,000 points, and I'm kind of failing at it. But luckily grenades come and go, and here's me trying to throw one when I don't have one, because, yeah. Take for granted. Honestly, I didn't really, and I really didn't put my discipline up like I wanted to. I mean, my discipline is still high, but it's not up to 300 high. But it's still pretty high, but... And, as you could say, if you get double grenades, like if you went in with your hunter, do gunslinger with two, with your Amakara spine, with your trip mines, just do what I'm doing with my lightning grenades. Except it's only one blast and not multiple, but you just gotta time them a little bit, because you could still, the blast is still pretty strong, especially for PvE. Those trip mines are pretty vicious. And they may not be what they were because of a little nerf, which, you know, honestly, I use incendiary grenades, so the fact that they nerfed, ooh, here we go. Everybody knows what's going on there. Oh god, I mean, how can you pass something up like that? You just can't. You just can't. But, like, I use incendiary grenades, you know. It's not a bad thing. I was pretty proud of myself, because I'm thinking, how the hell am I going to get all these guys? And you got to think, you could stick a grenade to anything. Just have pretty good aim. I mean, sometimes lightning grenades can be really, really difficult to stick, especially in maps with pretty rugged terrain and uneven walls, such as like, what's that one called? Oh, Pantheon. Yeah, that one, I'll throw a lightning grenade and just stick straight up on a wall. I'm like, how the hell is that possible? A little tiny little nook that it's been touching, and it's like, ugh. Whatever. But as you can see, I'm making great progress here, because as you can see, the Vex, they tend to just huddle in that area. You can see where all the ammo is. So I'm just going to stay away from his little shield thing. Yeah, the one on the right group, to where I throw the grenade first, they usually pop up first, or at least one of them does, and then the second group on that left-hand door is usually what comes out next. And normally I'll try to shoot them just to get their attention, as you can see, and I normally throw my grenade at the sniper, or shoot the snipers just so they pop their shields up. The reason they pop their shields up is just so they would stay still and let other things gravitate towards them, and then I'll just throw another grenade at them, and there's just a bunch of them sitting there. It's a pretty decent strategy. Works on occasion. But, yeah, now it's just rinse and repeat. Make sure you time grenades pretty good. I mean, if you guys have other ways, much more aggressive, much better ways of doing this, then do it. I mean, if this helps you out, then I'm glad it helps you out, because this is something I like doing. I like soloing things, because I don't always have a team, and I always don't want to go on to sites and try to find a team, because you don't know what kind of team you're going to get. I bumped into a team when I was on my hunter, because I soloed the first part. I got my 30,000 on my hunter. Oh, no, I didn't do it on my hunter. I just grabbed a team. And the team I got with my hunter, so it was a little rough. It was a little rough, because I guess maybe they were new. I don't know. Because they were just trying to kill the bosses as quickly as possible, and I'm here throwing grenades left and right at enemies. I'm like, but whatever. If that was their first time, whatever. We got to 30,000 points. I didn't care. It worked for me. And you know what? Honestly, the second round, one of the guys left, and it just became me and this other guy, and he realized I had to throw grenades. And we got more points for just 2 of us than we did with 3 of us. It was actually pretty nifty. I mean, if you had just 2 people doing this, you could do this for easy. My god, easy. And I wonder what's happening here. Oh, that's Red Striker. Get all those OBs. I only got 2 there. Huh, maybe I'm looking like a liar now. But yeah, this is basically it. Make sure you time your grenades correctly. You know, just let them walk into it. As you can see there, I'm just letting them walk into it. And there was a bad grenade there. Sometimes I'm brilliant with my grenade kills, and sometimes I'm just like, yeah. As you've seen twice. You've seen a bunch of times, really. And I'm sorry for the traffic noise in the background. I do live in the city now. My apartment's in, like, right downtown, and I'm really at a busy intersection, so I don't know if you could hear it or not. You might not be able to hear it, but I'm just telling you anyway. So that was my last round. As you can see, I already have over 30,000 points. I have reached my goal, so I'm just going to enjoy this one, shoot, but still get them as quickly as possible, because I still don't want any deduction of points. But yeah, here's that. You take that, you son of a bitch. And voila! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Voila! There we go. Yes! So yeah, there it is. Soloed. And it's like the last time, I'm gonna finish the other ones. And I'm gonna bring you... I'm gonna bring you mine and the Warlock. The Titan and the Warlock's treasure. So stay tuned for that one as well. And here we're back in the reef. Let's see what kind of shit we get. Well, first things first, I want to go and grab the crap out of my Postmaster, as I usually do. Just normal blue crap, hoping something special was in there, but definitely was not. Alright, let's open up these Ingrams first. And look at this guy. See, I had 2 of those. That should be 400. He gives me fucking 200. This is a fucking cheapskate. I hate this son of a bitch. And I do get it. And yeah, that's not what I was supposed to do. But whatever. But still, let's dismantle all this shit. Get me some marks. I do have to get a new monarchy mark. That's 335, that's infusion material. And some garbage blue. But that rocket launcher is something I am interested in, because I'm still looking for an arc rocket launcher. I mean, I got plenty of void. Got a solar one, 2 solar ones, but they're not 335 yet. But I'm still looking for an arc one and an arc machine gun. I know there's the Thunderlord, but I use, and a 335 Housewell is nice. I use other arc or other exotics, but unfortunately it's solar, and that velocity is a duty. So I'm not going to be using that one. And for the good stuff, let's see. So I'm still trying to get the scout rifle. Where's the weapon? And I get the scout rifle. But the last 2 ones, I've gotten god perks, and I wasn't able to complete all of it and get the rank up package, but oh well. Got a nice chest piece, which will be infusion material until I get a new one. And Zen moment's not bad. Army of One's dirt. But I finally get a stability perk that I want. I do get small bore. I want stability perk. That's what I'm really hunting for. Brace frame. Really hunting for it. But I'm going to give that one a shot. That one's not going to be too bad. So overall it wasn't too bad. But now I'm going to jump over to my Warlock and see what I got from him. Or I'm just going to show you guys what I got from him. So here I'm on my Warlock. Kind of just waltzing around. Going back to my Postmaster. Grab the shit from here. And I had a lot in here.
Shall I take a message? Confirm.
No, I can't. No, cannot transfer. And crappy blue. Man, my Warlock definitely needs a makeover. I hate the way my Warlock looks. I'm still trying to get this one particular Spectar helmet, and still haven't gotten it yet. I'm trying to get new robes, but all the robes they give, the Spectar robes that you could put chromas on, they're fucking ugly. Ugh, I hate it. Got another exotic on my... But that one I actually did save, and that's sitting in my vault. But I got a bunch of crap in here. But getting a lot of motes of light, which I'm trying to save up motes of light and strange coins for when the new shit comes out for when Xur comes out during the Rise of Iron, then I could probably get something new, but it's a good thing to start doing. I mean, it gives you something to do, so we can't say you don't have anything to do, because there's plenty still to do before the... And you know what? September's not that far. It really isn't. I wish it wasn't September 20th, but, you know, I know it's... I got another Lord of Wolves, but I'm just dismantling that, but, you know, I got such bad ADD, it's horrible. I apologize to everybody. And I apologize to everybody for watching me dismantle all of my shit. Because everybody loves watching dismantling shit, because it's not like they do enough of it themselves, because you dismantle more than you keep. That's destiny, but that is also RNG gods for you. But, and this helmet right here, I'm definitely looking for a new helmet. Not that one. Ugh. Even though you pick up orbs and you gain your health back, but ugh. So, going over here. And Her Revenge, which I hear is a really good hand cannon. There's my helmet, but that is ugly as sin. Hey, I'm picky. I want my shit to look good, so yeah. Kind of not too happy about that one, but it's whatever. It's whatever. I mean, shitty perks, not too exciting. You know, I'll probably still try it, because I haven't tried this weapon yet, so... Reminds me of the Fulcrum. That's probably why I'll use it, because I was really loving my Fulcrum. I rerolled a lot of shit for that Fulcrum, but you know what? Whatever. It is what it is. But thank you all for watching. I hope this video helps you. I hope you enjoyed watching it, enjoyed me struggling, enjoyed my ADD. But yeah, thank you all so much. If you like what you saw, please leave a like. If not, yeah, I don't care what you do.